have you seen out of Lexi this year, and talk about just getting her back in the starting five and what you've seen from her and how that's helped the team, which is been back in?
Yeah, she's just consistent with her effort and her, she's always just active. That's just a trait of hers that just is so, like in basketball, like she just never stops. I mean, she's going to get deflections, she's going to get steals, she's going to draw the best defender. And she's just consistent with her role. And, I know she didn't get the playing time that she wanted earlier, but like she just kept working and kept working. And when her number was called, she's just been really, really big for us lately.
I wonder if a break might not be bad for him. It seems like he's been pushing pretty hard since the college season started way back last fall, and what you thought that might be done.
Yeah, I'm loving that she's going to get a breather and get some rest, just for our push after this Olympic break. I think it's just great for her. I mean, she's just been going so hard for, quite some time now. And I think it's just going to help her so much just to kind of decompress. And then we'll get a lot of good practice in over these next few weeks and then try to finish up, as strong as we can in the second half.
Okay. And things start of all this to now.
Yeah, I think, that's just, it's just something that takes time. A new team, started this rebuild last year and just having the opportunity to come together. Now we bring in a new point guard, one that has her hand, the ball in her hands a lot more than the point guard last year that started for us. And so, just having 5 practices before we had to come here and play a preseason game in front of a packed house, like it's just been pretty consistent with them getting reps on the court. And you can see their chemistry just getting better. It's just part of the game and it just takes time.
The attention that her. How do you think about?
I mean, they're helping their teams be better. Like they make their teams better. They make their teams, just the star power that these guys have. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, these guys are bringing in, a new group, a new fan base. They've made it exciting. Like it's just, this is a tough league and both of them have come into it and they've taken some hits and all rookies come into this. And, people are trying to show, hey, we've been here a while, but these guys have just held strong and they both have played good basketball.
Coach, of all the hoopla, what are you most proud of? The exhibition.
Yeah.
What are you most proud of? This team has progressed and handled the atmosphere that you guys have had to handle every place.
Yeah. The word, resiliency is the word. It's just what these guys have endured from, 1-8, right? That start, the best teams in the league, early back-to-backs. It was just tough. And it was tough on them. It was tough on all of us. And just trying to, with the expectations, that made it, that was even another game changer. So just that they kept showing up. They kept showing up, trying to get better, even when we couldn't practice. It was in video, and so just the resiliency that they've shown. I'm just so proud of them for that. And, I don't think a lot of people would have thought we'd be sitting right here, 11-14 right now. We won 5 at this time last year, I think. So just keep getting better. That's all we keep preaching to them. Just keep getting better.
Coach, to piggyback off of your, staying consistent with the power rankings. What are your expectations besides, the more practice and chemistry buildup after the Olympic break? What are your expectations going into that postseason, maybe possibly playoffs?
We're just going to keep talking about regular season right now. That word makes me. That's our goal, though. Playoffs is our goal. That's been our goal. We think we have the, that we feel like we can be at our best basketball when it's time, when that time comes at the end of the regular season. But just the time that we're going to get to spend, that's going to help, chemistry wise, like this is when they'll get to practice and spend some time together, not just on the road. Cause like when you're on the road, you're in your room, so they'll get some time, but also we'll get to do some things differently. We'll have time to implement new stuff. We'll have time to tweak things, add things, and that's exciting because, we see what we have out there and what we can do. And then just to find a way to make it better. And then, like I said, just get better every day at practice. Whatever that looks like, whether that's an individual workout or a team practice.
You have 11 of 12 like kind of in town for a not in Paris. Basically, just what have all of them there to be able to work on.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. It's huge to have your whole team. I mean, there was one time, before the season started where I thought we would possibly have two or three. Really happy for Christie Wallace, though. Like, Christie Wallace is living a dream right now, going to go get to play with the Opals. But yeah, just to have 11 of our 12 there to practice and to grow and get better, it's just going to be it's just a great opportunity for us.
You got two on Zoom, Scott and Tony. Scott and start.
Yeah, Christy, how do you personally think it'll be most beneficial for you to have this time off and to get refreshed after all you've been through in the last three months? And then what will you prioritize for the team?
Yeah, I think we're all needing just to take a step back and catch our breath, catch up on some sleep. I'm looking forward to just being able to sleep in and drink coffee at like 8:30, 9 o'clock and just able to just decompress a little bit. These guys, myself, our staff, we've just been through more than just more than we expected. And they've handled it extremely well. Just going forward with practice, what do I expect? I expect these guys, we have to keep it interesting. It's a long time before we play our next game. So when you're into these practices and there's not a game to play, you've got to find a way to make it creative. And so we've been meeting about that and looking forward to getting them in the gym and making it as creative as possible to get better.
Tony, last one.
Yeah, Christy, I'm curious if in any way, in the last couple of weeks, beating Phoenix twice, New York, Minnesota, some good teams, has changed the feeling and tenor around your team compared to some of your earlier season wins.
Yeah, I think it's different when you beat those guys. I mean, those are the top teams in the league. That's who we're striving to be. So just to be able to put 3-4 quarters together and get those wins against top teams, that just gives you another boost of confidence. And so you just take what you can from those wins and figure out in those times where we weren't at our best during those moments so that we can, keep closing the gap.